What it do, YouTube, man? It's your boy Ant, and I'm back at y'all with another reaction video, man. Welcome back to Ant Reacts, man. Y'all know what to do. Handle that business. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Y'all already know we do this every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, man. Welcome to the 25 days of Antmas, man. The month of December is 25 days of Antmas, man. We on day 3, man. You know what I'm saying? We on day 3 of 25 days of Antmas. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all for locking in, man. We at 65 subscribers now. You know what I'm saying? Over 29,000 views on the channel, y'all. 29,000 views, man. Give y'all, this y'all work right there. This y'all work, man. Supporting the kid. I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for real. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Let's get into this video. Today we gonna be reacting to weird and WTF crimes that happen on Christmas. Y'all know what to do, family. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it.
Hey everyone, Nigel and Luke here, and welcome to Crime Zone. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, then you probably know that we like to do the occasional holiday-themed video when applicable. You might also know that even though we cover a lot of really dark stuff, we also like to shake things up every once in a while with some crime stories that fall on the weird and lighter side of things. Since it's the Christmas holidays, we figured, why not do both? So here we are. Today, we're going to be taking a look at 6 of the more strange and amusing crimes that have happened during the Christmas season over the years. Just a heads up, if you enjoy this video, we've got a similar one from last year that you might want to check out as well after this. We'll leave a link in the description below.
Check out Crimes.
With that out of the way, let's get to the video.
Real meltdown, chat.
Like many small towns across the United States, every year, the people of Chestertown, Maryland get together to celebrate the holiday season with an annual Christmas parade. If you've ever been to one of these kinds of events, then you'll know that there's arguably fewer things more wholesome on the planet. The community comes together, the kids get excited, and generally...
Bro, I was in the band, bro, in junior high school, bro. The Christmas parade, bro, was so cold, G, like. And we was walking far, bro. I played the trumpet, bro. My instrument cold as hell, folks. Them little ass hand warmers and shit, my shit don't do nothing. Man, feet froze by the time you get to where you going, G. I'm talking about walking there. You gotta keep stopping and play a song, man. Nigga, lips gone. If you play any instrument, bro, brass and shit, you know when I'm talking about your lips gone, folks. Can't feel them, bitch. You can't get no sound out your shit. It's over, bro. Christmas parade was brutal, gang. Being in band. Now watching it, I was cool with watching it, but got in the band, ain't no more watching, but you in it. I'm talking about in it. What you talking about?
There are even appearances from a few classic Christmas characters, most notably from the big red-suited
Santa
man
Claus
himself. Where does he find the time to make it to all of those parades? Anyway, most years, this family-friendly atmosphere is precisely what the fine folks of Chestertown have come to expect. Except for that one time, when their Christmas parade became the subject of national news headlines. It all started during the parade of 2011, when crowds of eager residents had lined the streets for the annual festivities. Spirits were high, and everyone was having fun, until the parade reached the interstate.
Speaking of Frosty the Snowman, have y'all ever watched them horror movies that came out? Like, man, I was young, bro. Jack Frost, the snowman, that nigga was killing people, bro. The nigga he could throw a snowball at that. He knocked the nigga arm off. Boom! I'm like, damn. Hey, that movie was funny as hell, folks. Snowman was Jack Frost was a beast, bro. It was like a serial killer soul winning a snowman, folks. The shit stupid as hell, bro. But back then, that shit used to be funny as hell. It was some good ass movie, bro.
Of high and cross streets. That's when things got decidedly less G-rated. Though it's not clear exactly how it began, it was at this point...
Nigga done whooped the head off Frosty ass. Goddamn, police on his ass, folks.
52-year-old Kevin Michael Walsh, who was marching in the parade dressed as Frosty the Snowman, got into an altercation with an officer from the Chestertown Police Department, who was with his police canine. According to reports, when Frosty spotted the canine, he was neither a happy nor a jolly soul. Instead, he started yelling, saying that the dog should not have been brought to the parade. He also apparently went on to yell, quote, inappropriate comments about the mayor's son. Understandably, a beloved children's character screaming at dogs and
Frosty was tripping, bro. So, nigga, you went and got in disguise to antagonize motherfuckers. See, niggas you can't have nothing out here, man. It's always gonna be one motherfucker, one bad apple. He gonna fuck some shit up. Now, you got kids traumatized out here. Cause Frosty done got took to fucking jail. Frosty done got booked, bro. Bullshitting. For no reason. You ain't have to say nothing to them folk, cuz you could've just walked your ass in the parade, bro. That's what you there for, gang. Like, do this shit at a later date, gang. Do this shit at a later date, bro. Come on, folk.
About the family of local politicians
Good
wasn't
police
really
work.
the vibe that the whole parade was about. So the officer who was handling the canine moved towards Walsh to try and quiet him down and move him away from the area. What happened next is the subject of some debate. Walsh either faked a kick at the police dog or actually tried to make contact and missed. Regardless, the canine was not hurt and was returned to a nearby cruiser. When officers returned to place Walsh under arrest, he reportedly removed his frosty head and began to use it as a weapon.
One thing no motherfucking police don't play about, folk. The motherfucking dogs, folk. They treat them dogs like they officers, gang. The dog is an officer, bro. I done seen niggas get 40 years for killing police dogs. Jesus. 40! I'm talking about like you done killed a man. I'm talking about real spill. Shit, we got motherfuckers in Nagaland, they killing them bitches for food. Sport. Bitch. Nigga, come in America and fuck with a dog. Let alone a police dog. Nigga, your ass gone, folks. He probably got a little time. Well, he ain't hit the dog, so he lucky he ain't hit the dog. They were gonna charge his ass with assault on the officer, bro. Ain't that crazy? Real shit, bro. They can step on your ass. Bite the fuck out you and shit. You hit that motherfucker by yeah, going to jail, folks.
Was quickly taken down and was then taken into custody. He was subsequently charged with assault, disorderly conduct, resisting arrest, and failure to obey a lawful order. Following Walsh's arrest, he gave...
Look at this nigga, folk. Come on, now. Why he Frosty the Snowman, dog? Look at Buddy. Look at Buddy, folk. Nigga looking over here and at us at the same time, chat. I don't know who that nigga looking at. Buddy was mad at the world, man. Boy tried to beat the fuck out the police and the dog, bro. Lock his ass up, chat.
Lock him
Throw
up.
away the key.
Interview with local news outlet The Chestertown Spy in an attempt to tell his side of what had happened. According to the 52-year-old, the whole thing was a misunderstanding. Besides, he claimed, the real story was how the mayor of Chestertown was out to get him. In his eyes, this was just a continuation of their fight about his opposition to a new plastic bag ban that had been passed in the town in March. He insinuated that the whole Frosty thing was just another way that the mayor was using the police to harass him. Regardless, though, he said that he felt he should still get to play Frosty in the parade going forward.
And they locked Buddy up in the Frosty uniform. Then this nigga turn around and say he still want to play Frosty next year. Man, you're done, man. You're fucking done, man. You should have thought about this shit before you did that shit in the parade, gang. You could have did this shit after the parade, bro. Went chain clothes, got out your costume, all type of shit, gang. Come on, folks.
As he'd done so for the last 10 years, and in his opinion, had done, quote, such a good job. For their part, an exasperated representative from the Chestertown police stated that Walsh had been a constant nuisance and had already been arrested at least 4 other times that year.
Yeah.
While the charges against Walsh were permanently placed on the county court's inactive docket a few weeks later as a show of goodwill, According to reports, he managed to get himself arrested again just a few months later.
Lock him up. Y'all keep trying to fuck. Obviously, something wrong with him, bro. Look at his eyes and shit. Something wrong with cuz. I mean, he looking at you and past you and shit. Something wrong with cuz, man. They dropped the charges on you, cuz. You still found a way to go back to jail. You like jail. You like jail, folks. He crazy, bro. He crazy, bro. He remind you of that old nigga in town that the police, you gotta look over Bob and shit. Bob, man, he just be talking and shit sometimes. He just, I don't know. Just look over him and shit. You know what I'm saying? He one of them niggas, folks.
Just like last time, this apparently happened in full view of the public, when volunteers and vendors were setting up for their annual Taste of the Town festival. It's unclear if charges were pursued in that case.
And he always do this shit at city events. He be trying to make a spectacle, man. Stop it, man. Lock that nigga up, bro. He bullshitting. Okay.
Whether it's because we're Canadian or for some other unknown reason, we'll be honest, we had never heard of mistletoe hunting before we came across this next story. But apparently,
I ain't never heard of this shit either.
This is a thing. As you may or may not be aware, mistletoe is what's known as a hemiparasitic plant. We'll spare you the full details of exactly what that means, but for our purposes, all you need to know is that mistletoe attaches itself to the sides of trees, stealing some of their water and nutrients in order to grow. Because of this, it can often be found up high in the branches of trees, which can make it a little difficult to access for would-be harvesters. Somewhere along the way, someone apparently realized that this problem could be solved by shooting the mistletoe out of the branches and collecting it as it fell to the ground. And thus, a tradition was born.
Americans and guns, bro. Like, they gotta use a gun for everything. These motherfuckers shooting mistletoe out the tree, gang. I never heard of this shit. I never knew this shit existed. This must be deep in the fucking heart of the country, gang. I'm a country boy. But we didn't shoot mistletoe. I ain't never heard of that shit. I ain't never, bro. Never. Shit, we ain't even go cut our own fucking Christmas tree. They deep in the country. I'm talking about deep, boy. They deep.
I gotta say, America, this doesn't help the stereotype that you solve all of your problems with guns.
I just said this shit.
Joke.
I agree with you, my boy.
That was a joke. I don't actually believe that.
Shit.
Anyway,
you right.
Given that, like regular hunting, mistletoe hunting generally involves the use of rifles or shotguns, you would think that it normally occurs way out in the wilderness, or at the very least, in rural areas.
Yeah.
You know, places that are generally safely away from those who could be hit by errant gunfire. Alas, while this is how it's supposed to be done, there are always exceptions. Case in point, 66-year-old William E. Robinson. In December of 2011, a motorist was driving along the Lawrenceville Highway in DeKalb County, Georgia, when something strange caught his attention. As he was passing by the North DeKalb Mall, he noticed a man, later identified as Robinson, standing in the parking lot close to one of the edges of the property. We're not exactly sure where, but according to reports at the time, it was right near an Applebee's location. So, make of that information what you will. Anyway, to the driver's astonishment, he watched as Robinson pulled out a double-barrel 12-gauge shotgun and began to fire into the trees right next to the restaurant.
What the fuck? Ain't no way he thought that shit was cool, folks. That shit was gonna pass. But yeah, what's wrong with these motherfuckers? See? White folk too bold, gang. They overly bold. This nigga in fucking populated area shooting at trees, gang. Shooting shit out the tree, bro. Real shit. By Applebee, bro. Them folks in there trying to eat, bro. That nigga probably caused the whole panic in that bitch. First shot went off. Boom, them folks probably started hitting the ground and shit. Oh, what the fuck, my nigga? You done turned this shit into a hostile situation, bro. Police gonna react hostile. Guns, shots fired. Shots fired, shots fired. But come on, folks. You can't do this shit in a public populated area, bro. You can't do this shit.
In mind, this was not during off hours or anything. It was apparent.
Nigga think he Quick Draw McGraw. This nigga John Wayne and shit, man. Stop it, bro. Lock him up. Lock him up, man. Lock him up.
Like 5:30 in the afternoon, and the area was busy. The driver apparently honked his horn at Robinson, hoping he would realize how ridiculous this was, but it was to no avail. The 66-year-old reportedly kept right on shooting. That's when the driver called police. When officers caught up with Robinson at a nearby gas station and took him into custody for reckless conduct in discharging a weapon, he was apparently stunned that he was being placed under arrest. He said that he went mistletoe hunting every year and didn't see the issue, though admitted this was the first time he had tried it at the mall. While it's unclear what ultimately happened to Robinson, reports from the time make it seem like he wasn't all that bothered by the whole thing. After spending the night in jail, he was released, telling the media that he had planned to take the mistletoe he was collecting to a holiday party. During the interview, he stated, quote, "I did get out just in time for the party, but I didn't have the mistletoe to take. So, I went without the mistletoe."
Bruh, you can't make this shit up, bro.
If you tuned into last year's video about weird Christmas crimes, you might remember that we brought you the story of a man named Aaron Urbanski. Urbanski was arrested in December of 2018 after he showed up at the St. Mark United Methodist Church in Cleburne, Texas, and interrupted the annual pancake breakfast with Santa. Well, interrupted might be a bit of an understatement. This f***ing clown showed up with a couple of friends to, quote, protest the event, which in this case meant standing across the street while holding homemade signs and screaming "Santa isn't real" into a bullhorn at dozens of children who were attending the event with their parents.
Bruh, hey man. Niggas know Santa ain't real, gang. But as a kid, bro, that shit, you know what I'm saying? It give you something to like look forward to, bro. You feel what I'm saying? Even though as a young nigga, I know my mama and them was getting my gifts and shit. My mama, my dad, and them, my stepdad. I know they was getting my gifts and shit. But, bro, they let you believe that Santa was, you know, there's just some traditional shit, bro. I mean, it's cool to let your kids believe in this shit. People grow out of it. They grow out of this shit. Ain't no nigga that's 30 years old believing in Santa Claus coming down a nigga chimney and shit. He delivering presents to everybody in the world in one night. Nigga, let the kids have that shit, man. That shit ain't hurting nobody, man. Let the kids have that shit, bruh. Damn, bruh. Nigga, man, let it go, folks. It's bigger shit to be protesting than Santa Claus, bro. If we keeping it a bean, bro. If we keeping it real.
Understandably, Urbanski was arrested and was later charged with criminal trespassing. However, it turns out that Urbanski wasn't the first real-life Grinch to try and ruin Santa for excited kids. At least one other idiot beat Urbanski down the metaphorical chimney by a full 6 years. According to reports, it all started in December of 2012 when residents of Kingston, Ontario had gathered for the city's annual Santa Claus parade. One of those in attendance was a 24-year-old man who, in addition to indulging in far too many of the Christmas spirits, was apparently no fan of Saint Nick either. After gelling his hair into what looked like a pair of devil horns, the drunk man reportedly started screaming at children who were there to see the parade. In addition to yelling obscenities at the kids, the 24-year-old also kept repeating that Santa wasn't real. After unsuccessfully trying to calm the man down, the police were forced to take the Grinch-like perpetrator into custody, and he apparently spent the night in jail, sobering up. He was subsequently charged with causing a disturbance by being drunk and breach of probation, since one of the conditions for his release for a previous crime was that he abstain from alcohol. While the man's name was never released by police, we have good reason to believe that his last known address was on Mount Crumpet, where he was believed to be living with a dog named Max.
Nah, that boy ass the Grinch, man. That nigga tripping, bro. Oh god.
Whether you're a
GPS
practicing
Jesus.
Christian or not, chances are you instantly recognize the major components of the nativity scene. There's Mary and Joseph, the three wise men, the stable, baby Jesus, of course, the tiny manger, the GPS tracker embedded in baby Jesus. Wait, what was that last part you say? Ah, yes. Allow me to explain. For starters, I think it's safe to say that a lot of us have pulled some pretty stupid pranks in our younger days. Often fueled by equal parts alcohol and immaturity, a lot of times these can be mostly harmless. But let's be honest, most of the time they involve at least technically breaking the law. A classic, of course, is the impulsive decision to steal something while roaming around with your friends after you've had too much to drink. This can be anything from a street sign to some of the letters off of a restaurant billboard. But the general idea is it's almost...
Nah, man, we ain't walking around doing no stealing, bro. Hell nah, boy, you get your ass locked up. Maybe if you white, or y'all can do that shit. And they can't walk around nowhere stealing, folks. Hell nah, but that shit risky, but that shit is very risky for a nigga. Get your ass, man. Throw it in the back of the car real quick, boy. Police on your ass, boy. Get your ass beat up. Fuck around. Hell nah, nigga. Y'all can do that shit. We can't do that. Hell nah. Drunk or not. Shit.
always something incredibly stupid and something that you definitely don't need. For instance, a life-size cardboard cutout of former professional baseball player Jose Batista from your local pizza. If you're wondering why that example is so specific, it's because I know someone that did that. Don't worry, they returned it the next day when they sobered up. And see, that's the second major part of these sorts of pranks/crimes. You almost always feel like an idiot afterwards, and you can usually make things right by just giving the stuff back. You do actually have to make the effort though. All that being said, as you might imagine, our old friend Baby Jesus is quite the target when it comes to these kinds of dumb incidents around the holidays, with churches and public buildings all over the US and Canada reporting them stolen from their nativity scenes every year. The problem is that unlike cardboard cutouts of Jose Batista, not all of these baby Jesuses are so easily and inexpensively replaced. Many cost hundreds of dollars or more, or might even be custom made.
They be paying that much for a baby Jesus figure? Jesus! Shit, I thought them junk was just like them little junks you can buy at the store. Them over be, what, $2, $3? If that, I done seen that shit way cheaper than that. My auntie, she got hella Christmas decorations and shit. She got the black Santa Claus, the junk you hit the button, that motherfucker get to dancing and singing and shit on me. All that shit, fuck. Like, all of it.
The past decade or so, it's caused some would-be victims to get a bit more crafty. The earliest and perhaps best example we could find comes from the village of Wellington, Florida, back in 2008. The previous year, the local community center had the baby Jesus stolen from their nativity scene, and they decided that that year they were going to fight back. So, before setting up the nativity, they installed a hidden GPS device inside the ceramic figurine.
Smart.
Sure enough, baby Jesus was stolen again in no time. When police followed the GPS tracker, they were able to trace the missing figurine to a nearby apartment, where they found it lying face down on the living room carpet. The homeowner's teenage son explained that it had been left there by his friend, 18-year-old Danielle Santino. Santino was subsequently arrested and charged with theft of an item valued at $300 to $5,000.
Damn. That's a felony, ain't it? You done got hit with a felony playing games. Stealing shit you can't even... What you finna do with that shit, folks? What you gonna do with a fucking baby Jesus figure, man? Come on, bro.
The incident sparked a wave of churches, synagogues, and others reaching out to security companies eager to get their hands on similar GPS devices to protect their holiday displays. While it appears that security measures like these have been more widely adopted in recent years, It's clear that the threat of a possible GPS tracker inside random nativity figurines will never deter all thieves and pranksters.
Nah.
Just this month, a homeowner in South Euclid, Ohio, reported that his front yard nativity scene had been ransacked. In that case, the culprits had replaced baby Jesus and the other figures with Halloween tombstones that read R.I.P. At the time of this recording, that incident is still under investigation.
Man, that's it for the video today, chat, man. What y'all think about these weird-ass, crazy crimes that these folks doing on Christmas, man? Let me know down in the comment section below, man. Y'all know what to do, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Run it up. We trying to get to 100 subscribers, man, by next month. You feel me? Where we 35 away, you know? Y'all push, y'all getting us up there. Y'all getting me there. You feel me? I appreciate y'all, my fan, y'all ain't my fan supporters, man. I appreciate my supporters, man. Y'all like, comment, subscribe, man. We got some more days of the 25 days of Ant-Miss left, man. You know what I'm saying? Tap in, give me some more stuff to react to, you know? And it's your boy Ant-Man. I'm out.